Oh my gosh. Delicious. Alright guys, clearly I just got out of the shower, getting ready for the day, about to have like my education hour. And of course, keto coffee, so you're having right now. Keto coffee, cheers. You guys always ask me what it is that you should have after certain workouts, like what types of meals to break your fast after like an endurance workout or strength training. So this morning, clearly I did a lower body workout. And for me personally, lower body workouts tend to be the most difficult because they just require the most muscle. And because the lower body has so much muscle to it, there's a lot of breakdown, a lot of repair that's necessary. So what you eat during your eating window when you're using intermittent fasting after your workout is really important, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to eat right after your workout, which I'm gonna be getting into in a little bit. But first I'm going to be having my coffee, which I always have my coffee after my workout. I'm gonna work a little bit and then I'm going to make my smoothie, my post lower body workout smoothie, to really focus on muscle repair and muscle recovery, everything that I need after a strength training workout. So I'll have a complete recipe for you guys to use as well. But for now, keto coffee cheers. I'm gonna get to work. Okay, time to break my fast. So I personally like to do my strength training workouts in a fasted state. You don't necessarily have to, you can do it when you've eaten something if you feel a little bit better that way. I personally like to because of the growth hormone stimulating effects of a fast. So when you're in that fasted state, especially if you haven't had anything yet, which is why if you are going to do it in a fasted state, I do recommend having your coffee or keto coffee after your workout, at least for the best growth hormone stimulating effects. But anyway, the growth hormone helps to protect your muscles from breakdown. And when you are working out in more of a fasted state, it can help your body to push to using fat as fuel a little bit better. And growth hormone is protective for the muscles from breaking down, which is why a recent review likely found that there really isn't much of a difference in terms of muscle mass when it comes to fasted versus fed types of workouts in women. Because I have seen some like blogs and articles online of people saying that it's really bad to work out or do strength training in a fasted state because the amino acid pool is lower, you have amino acids to pull from, so you're going to be breaking down more, which this could be true, but something else it doesn't account for is that as soon as you start eating again, you provide the amino acids for your body to use in order to repair your muscles. That's if you actually have enough protein when you go to break your fast, which is why I like using Greek yogurt. We'll get into that in a second. Because yeah, if you do work out in a fed state or after you've eaten and you eat protein before, you will have more amino acids to pull from, but you lose the benefits of the increased growth hormone that you get when you are in a fasted state. So if you do choose to eat something before your workout, just make sure that it is something that at least contains a good amount of high quality protein. So personally, I typically do my strength training around 7-ish a.m. done by like 7:30, 7:45-ish a.m. And I typically break my fast around 10:30, 11:30, somewhere in that range, depending on the day. And it used to be believed that you had to eat something within like 30 minutes after your workout to get that anabolic window. And recent research has really put that into question and found that the science behind the whole anabolic window idea isn't very strong. Ultimately, the consensus seems to be as long as you are eating enough amino acids that 24 hours after your workouts and getting enough protein for your body's needs to repair, then really your muscles should be perfectly fine. The one caveat to this is if you are an elite athlete, if you're doing 2-a-day workouts at a very high intense rate, this is when you might need to be having something in between to be refueling and repairing your muscles in between these workouts. But if you're doing like a 30-minute strength training in the morning, you really shouldn't be too concerned. Just make sure that you are getting enough of that high quality protein when you do go to break your fast. So let's actually dive into my meal. I'm going to be making a smoothie. I am using water as the base for no other reason other than I was just feeling like it. Typically, I'll also use coconut milk that I make from scratch. I have a video on this you can check out right here. But today I am just using water. So I'm going to add in some chia seeds. So of course, chia seeds, if you've seen some of my recent videos on chia seeds, you know that it's really great because it's going to stabilize those blood glucose levels. So if along with strength training, you also have the goal of weight loss, then that's really important because those stable blood glucose levels are going to help with just stabilizing that insulin response, that storing hormone as well. I used about 1 to 2 tablespoons here, and I'll adjust my fat intake depending on how hard my workout was, how hungry I'm feeling. So some days I might use, a couple tablespoons of almond butter or peanut butter, and other days I might just use 1 if I'm not that hungry. I did do a pretty intense workout this morning, so I'm feeling a little bit more hungry. So I'm gonna make sure I get plenty of my protein component, which lately, as you guys know, been obsessed with using Greek yogurt. It's a complete protein, and Greek yogurt is surprisingly high in protein. It has around 18 to 22 grams per cup. I never measure it. It's probably, and oh gosh, Greek yogurt everywhere. It's probably about 1 to 1.25 cup that I'm using. So anywhere between 18 to like 27 grams of protein, somewhere in that range. We have Greek yogurt for protein. We have chia seeds for both a little bit of fat, a little bit of protein, not ton, but just helps to contribute, and a ton of fiber with the chia seeds. Now we have the fat component. I'm using almond butter. I'm kind of hungry after that strength training workout, so I'm going to be doing about 2 tablespoons today. I'm gonna keep this one pretty simple. Lately, I've been really liking using just a little bit of pineapple, like a half cup or so in my smoothies as like my fruit flavory component. So this is actually kind of like a spin on my turmeric pineapple smoothie that's in the complete intermittent fasting bundle. It's like, other than the blueberry hemp smoothie, probably the most common favorite smoothie with A and P. So if you haven't tried that one in the bundle yet, very good. For some extra flavor, a little bit of extra bite, I'm going to add on ginger, which I always measure like this so that there's less things that I have to clean. Some turmeric. Now it's blended. Okay, so this is blended, and I don't typically, actually, lately I've been doing this a lot. For topping, I've been feeling like switching it up from the cacao nibs to coconut flakes. I was recently visiting my sister, and she had like those dang unsweetened coconut flakes that were toasted. They were so good. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just make this myself with regular coconut flakes and then just toast them. So this is like if you wanna go a little extra fancy, add a little bit extra fat as well. You can do like 2 tablespoons of coconut flakes, and it'll give you like a little bit extra fat and a little extra satiety if you're feeling like you need it, and a little crunch. So you can see I just have this in a cast iron little mini skillet, and I turn the heat up, but really I should have it a little bit lower because that can burn pretty quickly. You'll wanna just shake this. I'm not gonna do it yet, but you'll just want to shake it when you notice that it is starting to turn a little brown. That way you can make sure it's more evenly distributed. So that's how you make homemade toasted coconut flakes. You're welcome. I get a lot of questions. People are like, how does your smoothie fit in that cup? Usually it doesn't. Actually, wow. I added a lot less liquid today. It was probably only like 8 ounces. It's a little thicker, but usually I'll like have to take multiple sips and then refill it before it can all fit in the glass. So this smoothie comes in, when I calculated it, which I never do, but I just want to give you guys a little bit of stats because you guys asked me about this. This has around 13 grams of protein. Fiber. 13 grams of fiber, which is more than half of your daily needs, or really daily minimums. Roughly 33 grams of protein, and depending on your exercise level, your health needs, your wellness needs, you might need more, you might need less protein. And pineapple itself contains a little bit higher on that sugar to fiber ratio. That's why I only used a half cup, which is going to come in at, I believe, around 8 grams of sugar per 1 gram or 2 grams of fiber. So if you are looking for an even lower sugar option or a better sugar to fiber ratio, raspberries, blackberries, both of those are much better options for that goal. But you can also just help to temper that by pairing the pineapples with something that is really rich in fiber, like the chia seeds, just help further slow that release. Because especially when we compare pineapple to some other really more sugar dense fruits like mango, it's still relatively lower. Like half a cup of mango comes in at around 15 grams of sugar, and I think only 2 grams of fiber. So about double the amount of sugar for the same size. So depending on your sensitivity to sugars, your carbohydrate sensitivity, you might want to go with either the lower sugar, higher fiber fruits. You could have the medium option with pineapple. It's really just depending on how responsive your body is to carbohydrates. Give this guy a little shake. These are toasted level I like, so you can see these guys. So you get some nice toasted ones, some that aren't as toasted. I could have done a better job on evening this out. I'm just gonna top my smoothie with these. Should have left these cold. These are kind of hot. Oh my gosh. If it's hot wherever you're at, make this. It's just so refreshing. Like, I think that's why I've been craving it so much lately, because it's like summertime, it's a little warmer out, just feels like a summery type of smoothie. nice and crunchy, delicious. I do get also a lot of questions on what my structure for my workouts are, especially if you're looking to maximize fat burning, balancing cortisol levels. So if you are interested in that, I highly recommend that you check out this video next. That way you know what to pair your smoothie with. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love the science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Cheers, and I'll see you guys in my next video.